Hey Cowboys Nation! Today we are diving deep into everything you need to know as the Dallas Cowboys head into their next game in Chicago. Let's be honest, neither defense has looked particularly sharp so far this season, which means there is a huge opportunity for the Cowboys to really take control and show what they can do on the offensive side. But before we get into all the action, we need to talk about some of the key injury updates because, as always, injuries can make or break a matchup. For the Cowboys, Don Bland and Cavont Turpin are the main players to watch. Both are questionable for this upcoming game. And while Don Bland is looking like he might not suit up, Cavont Turpin seems to have a decent chance to play despite dealing with a trap injury. These situations always add a layer of uncertainty, and the team's ability to adapt to these absences could be crucial. Now, looking over at the Bears, there are a few injury concerns of their own. Jalen Johnson, one of their top corners, is expected to be out for the rest of the season, which leaves a big hole in their secondary. Kyler Gordon is battling a hamstring issue and will likely miss this game as well. TJ Edwards, their linebacker, is dealing with a similar problem. And then there's Grady Jarrett on the interior line who's been playing through a knee injury but hasn't looked completely healthy in recent games. All of these factors combined give the Cowboys a real opportunity to exploit the Bears' defensive weaknesses if they can execute properly. When it comes to keys to victory, the first and most obvious strategy for the Cowboys is to get their big three going early. This team's offensive weapons are electric when they are in rhythm, and with the Bears missing key players in the secondary, there is an opening to capitalize. Think about the Lions game last week. Jared Goff torched that secondary for over 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. Both receivers and tight and stepped up and dominated the field, which proves that this secondary can be beaten consistently if the Cowboys are sharp with their routes and timing. Getting CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Jake Ferguson involved early will force the Bears to adjust and create mismatches that Dallas can exploit throughout the game. The key is not just getting them the ball, but keeping them moving, maintaining pace, and controlling the tempo. Pressure on the quarterback is another critical factor. Caleb Williams has shown flashes of talent, but can struggle under consistent pressure. The Cowboys' defensive front has done an impressive job generating pressure without needing to blitz excessively, which is exactly what they need to do here. When Williams is forced to move off his spot or make hurried decisions, his accuracy drops, and mistakes start to pile up. The Cowboys need to maintain disciplined rush lanes and ensure that he stays inside the pocket where they can contain him. Williams is athletic and can hurt defenses with his legs if allowed to escape, so the challenge will be applying enough pressure while remaining structurally sound. Another crucial element is maintaining assignments on defense. The Bears like to use misdirection and motion in their offensive schemes, and if the Cowboys' defensive ends and linebackers lose focus, it could lead to big gains. Players on the edge need to set the edge and trust that the interior defense will handle the inside runs. Communication in the secondary has to be flawless because the Bears will try to exploit any confusion, especially on deep passes. Miscommunication or hesitation could result in easy yardage for receivers who are running wide open routes. Last week, the Cowboys struggled with this against a less potent opponent, so maintaining discipline and focus here will be non-negotiable. Intensity is another aspect where the Cowboys can gain an advantage. The Bears have shown moments of promise in their first 2 games, but their consistency has been lacking. They start strong, but tend to crumble under pressure or after setbacks. The Cowboys, on the other hand, have a mental toughness that allows them to stay focused and keep pushing even when the game gets heated. If this contest turns into a high-scoring affair, Dallas has the edge in maintaining composure and executing under pressure. Special teams could also play a subtle but significant role. Field position and proper execution on field goal attempts are often overlooked, but in a stadium like Chicago, wind and conditions can drastically affect performance. Getting into optimal positions for Brandon Aubrey to attempt field goals is crucial. Even a great kicker can struggle if the circumstances aren't ideal. So offensive drives that set up short, manageable attempts could be the difference between adding points and missing opportunities that could swing the game. Finally, the offensive rhythm and timing will be key to success. The Cowboys need to take advantage of mismatches exploit the weak points in the Bears' defense, and maintain a relentless tempo. Short passes, precise routes, and keeping the defense guessing will be essential. The big three must be on the same page with the quarterback, hitting their marks and adjusting to coverage in real time. If the Cowboys execute this plan effectively, there's a real chance to dominate the game from start to finish. This matchup has all the ingredients for an exciting, high-energy contest. Between injuries, mismatches, and opportunities on both sides of the ball, the Cowboys have everything they need to take control early and never look back. The offensive line needs to protect the quarterback, the receivers need to make every catch count, and the defense must pressure and maintain assignments without giving up big plays. It's a chess match that will require focus, discipline, and execution at every level. Fans should expect a fast-paced game with plenty of scoring chances, strategic adjustments, and moments where mental toughness could define the outcome. As we move deeper into the matchup, it is impossible not to focus on the Cowboys' ability to exploit the Bears' secondary. With Jalen Johnson out for the season, Chicago is forced to rely on less experienced corners, which opens the door for explosive plays. This is where timing, route precision, and quarterback vision become critical. The offensive line has to give enough time for passes to develop, and the quarterback needs to read the coverage quickly. When the ball finds CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens in stride, the game can change in a matter of seconds. But it is not just about speed. It is about anticipation, chemistry, and knowing where each receiver will be at any given moment. A team that can synchronize these elements often turns opportunities into points with ruthless efficiency, and that is exactly what the Cowboys will be aiming for in Chicago. Running the ball is another area where Dallas can gain an advantage. Controlling the ground game allows the offense to dictate tempo and keep the Bears' pass rush off balance. Effective rushing attacks force defenders to commit, opening lanes for play-action passes and forcing mismatches in coverage. The offensive line's ability to create running lanes and maintain assignments on interior blocks will be critical. If the Cowboys can establish a reliable ground game early, it will not only wear down the Bears' front seven, but also give the quarterback more time to survey the field and make smarter decisions. Balancing the run and the pass keeps the defense guessing and creates opportunities to exploit weaknesses in personnel matchups. Defensively, the Cowboys need to focus on containing key playmakers and preventing the Bears from gaining momentum. Caleb Williams has shown that he can make accurate throws when unpressured, but under sustained pressure, his decision-making becomes erratic. Maintaining a disciplined pass rush without overcommitting is crucial. Defensive ends and linebackers must stay disciplined in their rush lanes, collapsing the pocket while keeping the quarterback contained. Any lapse could allow Williams to escape and create big gains with his legs, especially on third downs where timing and spacing are critical. The Cowboys' defensive front has been effective in generating pressure without blitzing excessively, and continuing to execute this approach could force turnovers and shift momentum in their favor. Secondary communication is another area the Cowboys must excel in. Chicago's offense uses misdirection and motion to confuse defenders and create openings. Properly communicating switches, coverages, and responsibilities is essential to preventing explosive plays. Last week, the Cowboys struggled in moments of miscommunication, and the difference between a well-executed coverage and a blown assignment can be significant. Safeties and corners must stay alert, read the quarterback's eyes, and trust one another to handle their zones. In a game where the secondary is tested early and often, precision and coordination will define how many points the Bears are able to score and how much pressure the Cowboys' offense faces. The mental aspect of the game cannot be overstated. The Bears have shown flashes of potential, but have been inconsistent, often falling apart after setbacks. The Cowboys, on the other hand, have displayed resilience and mental toughness in critical moments. Maintaining focus, adjusting the game flow, and responding to adversity are all part of what makes this team dangerous. High-pressure situations in a stadium like Soldier Field can test the composure of any team, but mental preparation and confidence allow the Cowboys to thrive where others falter. This mental edge can translate into cleaner execution, better decision-making, and the ability to sustain drives that were down the opponent over the course of the game. Special teams will once again play a subtle but decisive role. Field goals, punts, and kickoffs in windy conditions are never easy, especially in Chicago where gusts can affect trajectory and distance. Brandon Aubrey's ability to convert field goal opportunities depends on the offense getting close enough to make each attempt manageable. Even an elite kicker can be challenged by long-range attempts in difficult conditions. Proper offensive execution that positions the team within optimal range for field goals can add crucial points and relieve pressure on the defense, emphasizing the importance of disciplined drives and smart decision-making in critical situations. Turnovers and situational football will also be key. Forcing mistakes, whether through interceptions, fumbles, or penalties, can swing momentum and create scoring opportunities. The Cowboys' defense must remain disciplined, aggressive, and opportunistic. Every snap counts, and staying alert for potential turnovers can change the trajectory of the game. On the offensive side, protecting the football, minimizing mistakes, and capitalizing on short fields will be just as important. Winning the battle of situational football often correlates directly with winning games, particularly when both offenses have the firepower to put up points quickly. Looking at the broader picture, this game is a test of execution, discipline, and adaptability. The Cowboys have a chance to take control early, but they need to maintain focus throughout all four quarters. Offensive rhythm, defensive discipline, mental toughness, and situational awareness must all come together seamlessly. Each player's individual performance contributes to the team's overall success, but it is the coordination and chemistry of the entire unit that will ultimately decide whether the Cowboys can dominate this matchup. With the pieces in place, the Cowboys have the potential to make a statement in Chicago. Leveraging matchups, exploiting injuries, applying pressure strategically, and maintaining focus across all phases of the game creates the blueprint for success. When executed correctly, the combination of offensive explosiveness, defensive discipline, mental resilience, and situational awareness can overwhelm an opponent and lead to a decisive win. The keys to victory are clear, and now it is about execution, timing, and seizing every opportunity as it presents itself. The stage is set for a high-energy contest where precision, discipline, and adaptability will define the outcome. This is the kind of game that tests a team on every level, mentally, physically, and strategically. The Cowboys' ability to rise to the occasion, exploit weaknesses, and maintain composure under pressure will ultimately dictate the result. If they can stay disciplined, execute their game plan, and capitalize on every advantage, there's a real opportunity to walk out of Soldier Field with a convincing win. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. A whirlwind of speculation has gripped the NFL world today as sources hint at a blockbuster move in the making. Rumors are swirling that star wide receiver Amari Cooper has been spotted arriving at the Dallas Cowboys headquarters, seemingly ready to put pen to paper on a massive 4-year deal. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders suggest that the Cowboys front office has been in intense negotiations with Cooper's camp over the past few weeks, aiming to secure one of the league's most dynamic pass catchers. The timing of Cooper's arrival has only fueled the buzz, with fans and analysts alike taking to social media to speculate on what this could mean for Dallas' offensive arsenal. Cooper, known for his crisp route running and explosive playmaking ability, could instantly transform the Cowboys' aerial attack, providing quarterback Dak Prescott with a reliable and game-changing target. Speculation is rife that the deal, rumored to span 4 years, could reshape the team's championship aspirations and inject a fresh sense of excitement into AT&T Stadium. Sources close to the situation hint that both sides are motivated. The Cowboys eager to bolster their receiving core after a season of highs and lows, and Cooper looking for stability and a platform to showcase his talents in a high-profile offense. While the exact terms remain under wraps, insiders suggest that the financial package could make Cooper one of the league's top-paid receivers, a move that would send shockwaves through the NFC. Fans have already begun imagining the potential on-field fireworks. Social media timelines are flooded with speculation. How will Cooper fit alongside CeeDee Lamb? Can this reunion of sorts revive the Cowboys' championship dreams? For now, the air is thick with anticipation. Whether this turns out to be a confirmed signing or just another tantalizing rumor, one thing is clear. The NFL world is watching Dallas, and all eyes are on Amari Cooper as he reportedly steps into the franchise's headquarters, poised to make a decision that could redefine the team's future. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.